are live. Welcome to the Eskimo Brothers WWE Slammy Award predictions. I am Aiden, and I am joined here today by my good pals Eli and Mike. This is going to be a sort of test run for our channel, so please excuse any technical difficulties you see throughout the video. Anyways, let us get into the predictions. We are going to start with some of the categories have not been decided yet, nominee-wise, so we're going to start with the ones that have. Let us start with the rivalry of the year. First is Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. Hey, who's playing that video in the background?
I have it on mute.
Money.
No salt. Alright, Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. John Cena versus Rusev. Team Bella versus Team Bad versus Team PCB. And Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. Eli, you're first.
I'm gonna go with Taker and Brock. I just think the matches meant the most. I mean, Reigns and Wyatt, it was a solid rivalry. All the other ones, I think, aren't even close to those two. But I just think Taker versus Brock just had the most meaning and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna, Mike.
I'm gonna have to agree with everything he said. All the matches were great. All the matches were great, and like it meant a lot because of how Brock ended the streak last year at WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with you guys again. I'm gonna have to agree with Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. I'd say second, semi-close second would be Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. That was not bad by any means. They had a series of good matches. My favorite probably being at Hell in a Cell. But
definitely. But
you're also looking on that same pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. You had Undertaker and Brock Lesnar really steal the show. John Cena versus Rusev was basically the epitome of every single feud Rusev has had. America versus Russia. So that wasn't anything special. Team Bella versus Team Bad versus Team PCB. I liked what they were trying to do. I really did. I liked the effort. But the whole Divas Revolution thing, that was a flop, in my opinion. We'll get to that another day.
It's the fact that they like called it a revolution. If they would have just like pushed a couple, and
yeah, I mean,
like if they could have just like pushed only a couple instead of trying to push all 9 at the same time, it would have.
Yeah, it really like
it would have been better.
It put the spotlight on those 9 only. But like, what about like the other divas? Like they were just like kind of like pushed under the rug, and you're shoving it down our throats to the point where like we have to celebrate the fact that we're having a divas revolution.
When there didn't need to be one in the first place, we could have just.
And then probably the biggest question mark on this list was Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins to me. Great match at WrestleMania, right? Feud was decent but predictable. But in my opinion, that wasn't even Seth Rollins' best feud of the year.
No, not at all.
I liked his one with Cena probably equally. His one with Sting was decent. His my favorite was probably Ambrose. Yeah, it's probably Ambrose. I was gonna say as my favorite. Anyways, so we're gonna give that one to Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar for sure. Reigns versus Wyatt, close second. Let's go to the next category. Double cross of the year. Jon Stewart costs John Cena the United States title at SummerSlam. Randy Orton turns on Seth Rollins from Raw, March 9th. Paige attacks Charlotte and Becky Lynch from Raw, October 26th. Stardust turns on Goldust from Raw, February 16th. And Damien Mizdow eliminates The Miz from the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania. Eli, go for it.
I'm picking Jon Stewart here because I just think it had the most meaning out of any of them. I mean, I enjoyed the Damien Mizdow thing, but they did nothing with it at all. I couldn't tell you why Stardust is on this list because he was. It was dumb anyway. The page bomb, the quote unquote page bomb wasn't bad, but again, she turned into a tweener and Charlotte's into heel now anyway a month later, so that doesn't matter. And then Randy Orton was expected, so I'm gonna go with Jon Stewart.
Fair enough. Mike.
Once again, I'm gonna have to agree with everything Eli said. Like, you got one of the biggest stars in history in John Cena. Then you got like a big pop culture icon in Jon Stewart costing John Cena the U.S. title. Had like the most meaning out of all the other rivalries or the double crosses.
Again, I'm going to agree with you guys. Based on the fact that Jon Stewart and the John Cena angle was out of the park, unpredictable compared to these. Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, everyone saw that coming from a mile away. Paige attack on Charlotte and Becky. Paige turns heel and face an extremely large amount of times, kind of like the Big Show. She's like the Big Show of the Divas division with her heel and face turns. Stardust turns on Goldust. That was coming from a mile away. Damien Mizdow eliminates The Miz. That was also coming from a mile away. Nor did any of these stories capitalize on themselves. Like Damien Mizdow and The Miz, terrible story in the end.
That could have went somewhere. I think that one could have went somewhere, but they didn't do anything.
I was excited for it. I was personally excited for that match.
Oh, me too.
To happen at a pay-per-view. I thought it was going to happen at Mania personally, but they put it on like the back burner for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that match is just that feud did not go anywhere. Alright, so yeah, we're going to give that one to Jon Stewart, cost John Cena the title. Alright, the next one is surprise return of the year. Chris Jericho at Night of Champions. The Dudley Boys return to WWE on Raw. Sting returns on the August 24th Raw. Alberto Del Rio and Zeb Coulter return at WWE Hell in a Cell. And Demon Kane at Night of Champions. Eli?
If I were to go just off names, it'd be Jericho, because big Jericho mark. But I think the one I got the most hype out of was surprisingly Sting, just because I mean it was the night after SummerSlam. The Dudleys were already there. They just came back that night. Strowman debuted, and I was hyped, and I knew something stupid was gonna happen for the main event, and they turned it into something good with the Sting feud with Seth Rollins. I think that was, I just think that was a good way to end the night and a good return in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think you had a good idea with these returns. Some of them meant something, and some of them really didn't. As cool as Jericho's was, what came out of it? Yeah, what came out of it? Yeah. What, like Del Rio? What has really come out of that besides a lackluster United States Championship title run? Anyways, I'll save that for my turn. But Mike, it is now your turn.
My opinion, I think the Dudley Boys' return to Raw or to WWE on that Raw was the most surprising, honestly. Like, I didn't expect them both to come back. Like, we saw Bubba return the Royal Rumble. Was it last year or this year?
I think it was this year, right?
It was this year.
Yeah.
So I just think that was the best, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a toss-up. I actually don't think Sting was the best. I think that it was probably, I'm going to have to agree with Mike with the Dudley Boys. Chris Jericho, as I said, didn't lead to anything. Sting, it was good. Okay, I have a question, Eli. Was the Sting return the same night as the Dudley Boy return?
It was, because it went Dudley's, then Strowman debuted, and then Sting.
Okay,
and it was like the statue.
You had a point. You have a point there where like the Sting situation sort of outshined the Dudley Boys return, but I still feel like in the long run, the Dudley Boys had the most impact. As far as Del Rio goes, he's still here, he's still running, but he hasn't done anything to wow me yet in his return. And Demon Kane at Night of Champions. That's just a joke. That's just a joke to put in the category. Kane was on television as Corporate Kane, which I technically preferred over Demon Kane anyways. So it was sort of underwhelming overall.
I don't know why they call him Demon Kane anyway. He's Kane. It's not Demon Kane.
Yeah. I mean, but the only good thing that came out of that was the fact that Sheamus didn't cash in on Seth, which would have been terrible. So I got to thank my homeboy Kane for that one. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna get. That's 2 to the Dudley Boys. That's 1 to Sting. So I guess
I'll give it to the Dudley Boys because I was marking out that entire night, honestly.
All right. So we're gonna give that 1 to the Dudley Boys then. All right. The next is Best Original WWE Network Show. First is Breaking Ground. Second is Table for 3. Third is Stone Cold Podcast. Fourth is WWE 24. And fifth is Swerved. Eli?
I honestly have sat down and watched every one of the episodes for all of these shows, and they are good in their own ways, and it's hard for me to pick one. But I like Table for 3 a lot. I don't know why I enjoy those. I just think it's like a sort of like a behind the scenes sort of look, and it's just them guys sitting down as friends and just BSing, and I get enjoyment out of that. I like the Intercontinental Champion one. I like the one with Cesaro and Dean when they
buried
Sammy. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
All right, Mike, what you got?
I'm gonna go with Breaking Ground because I like seeing what goes on in the NXT talent's life, like inside the Performance Center, traveling the shows, on the road trips. I think that's pretty cool, but I like all the shows, though. I've never really seen much of the Stone Cold podcast, though. But the other ones are pretty good, but I'd have to pick Breaking Ground out of all of them.
All right, this is probably, even though as dumb of a category as it is in the overall spectrum, this is probably one of the hardest for me. I don't watch a lot of these things. I've probably seen 2 or 3 episodes of Table for 3. I saw The Breaking Ground with Chad Gable and Jason Jordan because those guys. Stone Cold Podcast. Alright, Stone Cold Podcast. I think I've seen all of those. Actually, I didn't catch the one with Shawn Michaels recently.
I started to watch that, but I didn't get through it yet.
I didn't like the look of it because didn't they pre-record it?
Yeah, it was.
I feel like they would have cut out all the good parts.
Yeah, it wasn't live like the ones before.
Yeah, like I don't know about that. WWE 24, I've watched like one of those, like on WrestleMania, I believe, and then Swerved. I watched those. Those were pretty good, pretty like entertaining, I guess. I don't know. Man, I'm probably going to have to go with the Stone Cold Podcast. So we all 3 pick. It's hard to pick for this one. So we all 3 pick different ones.
They're good in their own ways.
Yeah.
But my big question is, why isn't the Jericho Scarf podcast in this category?
The Jericho Scarf podcast. Well, because Chris Jericho, I don't know. I didn't like that. It felt...
No, it was bad. It was just because Stone Cold was arguing with Vince or something. But it was bad.
Yeah, I didn't think it was very good.
No, it was horrible. And he wore a scarf, which made it even worse.
I don't know, man. Chris Jericho can rock a scarf, bro. Don't hate. All right.
His Infinity scarf, but...
All right. Next category. This one's a shoo-in for sure. WWE Tag Team of the Year. Do we even need to go over this one?
New Day? So. New Day?
Yeah, New Day.
I mean, at a wrestling standpoint, Cesaro and Kid were phenomenal.
Oh yeah, they were here
definitely.
for most of 2015.
And for the first half first quarter of 2015, I give it to them. Or first third maybe. But New Day are the best things going on the program right now. And you can't not give it to them.
Yeah, so instead for this category, let's talk about why the other teams don't deserve it. Let's go with the Usos first. The Usos, how long have they been here? First of all, they're boring. Nothing changes about the Usos. They're good wrestlers. They're solid athletes.
Yeah, definitely.
But they have barely been here in 2015, first of all.
Because
Second of
one of
all,
them
they
had a
aren't
shoulder
boring.
injury.
Yeah. Thanks to my boy Xavier. All right, and then the primetime players, they had a
They were
decent
decent.
run. They had a little decent run, but it lasted for like what, a few months before they gave them the titles. Then it all kind of fell apart.
Yeah. Now Tice is doing stuff on his own. Like I don't even know where
Yeah.
Darren's been at.
Oh, I saw Darren on like Raw or something. Wasn't he like with Titus like plugging
Yeah, they did the
Christmas merch?
they stole the New Day's little backstage WWE shop thing.
Yeah, boo. And the Lucha Dragons have been disappointing to me. Not as talent. I think they're fantastic wrestlers. Kalisto's probably in my top 5 in the main roster right now. But it's the way that they've been booked. I do not think they are even credible champions at the moment. Like, I could not see them winning the titles until they actually, make them a solidified tag team and just, I don't know. They need to like do something to put the Lucha Dragons on the map. They're just kind of there, putting on good matches. They're not doing anything.
Right.
Except for TLC when Kalisto hit the Salida del Sol off of the ladder, through the ladder.
Spot of the year.
That might have been. Hey, is it too late to put? Because there's the OMG shocking moment of the year, or the this is awesome moment of the year. I would put that in there, and I would give it a high chance of winning. But I don't know. When did the little window of nominees close? I guess it doesn't really matter.
It's before. I think it's right before the Slammys.
Oh, okay. I mean, it might go to Roman for his title win, but oh well, that's besides the point. Next is hashtag of the year.
Hashtag of the year.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
All right, hashtag of the year. Hashtag give Divas a chance. Hashtag save the tables. Hashtag Axelmania. Hashtag RKO out of nowhere. And hashtag Suplex City. Eli.
I'm throwing give Divas a chance out. I'm throwing Axelmania out. RKO out of nowhere, it was the Vine. I loved it, but I think it lost steam once Orton went away. Well, not even as soon as Orton went away. It was before then when he was on the horrible feud with Sheamus. But yeah, I'm gonna say I got the most enjoyment out of Save the Tables, just because it was a New Day and they were being
definitely.
So I would go with that. I think I'm gonna go with that, even though Suplex City did make them a lot of money with the shirts and the Go to Hell tour. That was great marketing, capitalizing on that. But I'm gonna go with Save the Tables just because it was my boys, the New Day. And
everything, yeah.
I thought it was a great feud. Dudley's and New Day. I thought that was a great feud.
So yeah, the Save the Tables has got to be the best.
So now I think give Divas a chance. Now I don't understand why that hashtag is on the list, because at the beginning wasn't that technically like a shot at WWE that they just like turned around into like some sort of like marketing scheme?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Save the Tables, that was great, that was entertaining. Axelmania, that did not do much. I thought that Axel's big defining thing was the Rumble.
Yeah.
RKO out of nowhere, that was probably the biggest viral sensation out of all of these. Had the most steam to it. And it's like, I guess you could say it's still going. And then last Suplex City, was that even like a hashtag?
I don't really think it was. I think it was the shirt and Brock saying at the WrestleMania match.
Yeah, Brock said Suplex City, bitch. But I don't remember it being a hashtag. Like, I don't know. I'd have to give it to. I'm gonna say, because you guys already said Save the Tables. I'm probably gonna go with Save the Tables. But I think RKO out of nowhere might have like the better chance. Anyways, next category, Celebrity Moment of the Year. Number 1, Stephen Amell dives onto Stardust at SummerSlam. Number 2, which I question why this is even on the list, the cast of Entourage introduces Zack Ryder. Number 3, Kevin Owens powerbombs Machine Gun Kelly off the stage. Number 4, Jon Stewart gets involved in John Cena's match at SummerSlam. And number 5, Wayne Rooney slaps King Barrett on Raw. Eli, spit some knowledge.
Spit some knowledge. I really enjoyed the Stephen Amell match with Stardust. The Entourage shouldn't be on there. Stewart, I don't think Stewart should win 2 Slammys, and Rooney, I don't even consider that really a big thing. The Machine Gun Kelly, I really like that. Kevin Owens just being a dick.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I mean, I gotta agree. Not really much to say. I guess Stephen Amell diving onto Stardust. That wasn't really a moment. That was like an entire match, just one moment out of a match. Why did they just say Stephen Amell has a match with Stardust or whatever? Like, I don't think the dive was like his defining moment. I'm not gonna see anybody a year from now saying, "Hey, remember when Stephen Amell dived on Stardust?" Like, no. It's like, remember when Stephen Amell had a match with Stardust?
Yeah, Maria Menounos did a dive on Kelly Kelly. I don't know. I don't remember something like that.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Alright, the cast of Entourage introduces Zack Ryder. I didn't even remember this until I saw the list. I was like, oh yeah, that happened.
I didn't know Zack Ryder still wrestled on anything but Superstars. I didn't know he wrestled on anything but Superstars in a year.
It was because Raw was in Long Island, I believe.
Yeah.
And then he got like murdered, I believe, by like Sheamus, I think it was. I don't know.
Well, didn't he fight John Cena? And then like somebody came out and took them both out, I believe.
Sheamus.
Well, either way, it was stupid. It shouldn't be on the list.
Yeah, either way, get that out of here.
Just an introduction.
Jon Stewart gets involved in John Cena's match at SummerSlam. I mean, that was cool. But they're already giving that award probably in Double Cross, hopefully, in our opinions. Wayne Rooney slaps King Barrett. I didn't even watch this happen. I can't tell you how great it was.
Wasn't it during a commercial break?
It could have very well been during a commercial break that would have explained it. Why I didn't see it. Maybe I just wasn't watching Raw because the product's been so stale lately. But the standout moment from this list is Kevin Owens powerbombing Machine Gun Kelly off the stage.
Yeah.
Because that was just absolutely fantastic to see. Because I'm not a big fan of Machine Gun Kelly. I'm not really a big fan of Kevin Owens, personally. But he got powerbombed off the stage. That's just great. I got respect for the guy. Like, Vince probably came with him with an idea saying, hey, we'd like Kevin Owens to powerbomb you off the stage. Or maybe even better, Machine Gun Kelly went up and said, hey, Vince, can Kevin Owens powerbomb me off a stage?
But wasn't it through a table or no?
I think, yeah, it was
there
through a table.
there was a crash pad. No, there was like crash pads or something.
Oh, okay.
Which aren't ever there.
It was a coincidence, bro. Coincidence.
And wasn't like that like Kevin Owens like third or fourth appearance on Raw anyway? That made it even better. Like he was still a rookie.
Yeah. Like he was pretty new to the overall. I think that was like the week after he tagged Cena or like beat Cena. I don't know.
Yeah, like he made a name for himself.
Yeah. All right. Let's go on to the next category. That one's kind of a waste, to be honest. Speaking of wastes, this entire category is a waste. Tell me you didn't just say that moment of the year. Number 1, Dean Ambrose calls Seth Rollins Justin Bieber on Raw.
That was dumb.
Seth Rollins calls Johnny Manziel Johnny Idiot Face on Raw.
Dumber.
Brock Lesnar coins Suplex City at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins disses Kane while celebrating the Authority's WrestleMania accomplishments. And Paige spoils Charlotte's Divas Championship celebration.
Why the hell is that on there? Who the hell cares?
Because it's the Paige Bomb.
It's the Paige Bomb, bro. Don't disrespect the Paige Bomb.
I'm gonna start with that, and I thought it was good, but again, they did something with it, but she's like the tweener now, and Charlotte's the heel, and it's a month and a half later. Like I can't I can't pick that. And it wasn't like funny. It was kind of good. But I mean, yeah, I'm not even gonna go with that.
It was a solid promo, but the fact that everyone compared it to CM Punk's pipe bomb ruined it, in my opinion.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you can go on with the other dumb ones.
The Suplex City thing, I liked it, but I mean, it was just him yelling "Suplex City, bitch," and it was during a match, and it did start something, but I don't think that's like worthy of a Slammy in my opinion.
Yeah, I wasn't sitting there going, oh, did he just say Suplex City, bitch? I was like, oh my god! I didn't even hear it. Like,
yeah.
I was listening to WrestleMania.
I might have remembered hearing it, but I don't know. And then I remember the Seth Rollins promo on Kane after it was brought up on the list, and I remember it being a good promo. But I don't think it's worth an award at all. And then I'm not even going to talk about the Dean Ambrose Justin Bieber thing because that's dumb.
What about Johnny Idiot?
I got to go with Johnny Idiot. Johnny Idiot Face is my winner. Because I think it was, I thought it was pretty comical, and me being the Steelers fan that I am and hating Johnny Manziel was that much better.
I mean, it was also bad though.
So,
all right,
yeah,
Money, just go for it. Just go for it.
The whole category was just dumb. So
they're all bad.
I don't
even
want to pick one, but I'm gonna pick the Johnny Idiot Face.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That was probably the best one. Like, honestly.
Second place would go to the Paige bomb if they had done something with it.
Yeah, I think the Paige promo was solid. It was very solid. It actually might win. I don't know if I'd edge it out to Johnny Idiot Face though. That was pretty gold. I don't know. They're all pretty terrible. Now, this one is probably my favorite. Best John Cena U.S. Open Challenge. Number 1 is John Cena versus Cesaro on the July 6th Raw. Well, I think they're all in Raw, so I'm not going to mention that part. John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler on the October 12th Raw. I don't know why I just said it. John Cena versus Sami Zayn. John Cena versus Dean Ambrose. And John Cena versus Neville. Eli, go.
The Sami Zayn match was obviously monumental and great, but it was a great match despite the injury and everything. But I just remember all these matches were phenomenal. Mm-hmm. But I want to give it to Cesaro because I remember that ending the show. I remember sitting there and being like just drawn into it the entire time, and it was great wrestling the entire time, and I don't know, that's me. Cesaro, and you can't not love a Cesaro match.
That's a good point. All right, Money, what do you have?
I don't remember the Cesaro or the Ziggler one, so I saw the Ambrose one in person on the night after WrestleMania, but I think the Sami Zayn one was the best. Like having Bret Hart introduce him in Canada.
Let's give it up for Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I just thought that was cool, and then it was a good match, like Eli said, despite the injury. But yeah, I'm gonna have to pick Sami Zayn versus John Cena.
Now, this one is tough for me. I enjoyed all of these matches. I greatly enjoyed all of these matches, but the best two were probably John Cena versus Cesaro and John Cena versus Sami Zayn. Now, I think I feel like the John Cena, like, I don't know, didn't they have like 2 or 3 matches together?
They did. I remember, I think at one point, Cesaro came out, and then Kevin Owens came out, and then Rusev came out for some dumb reason. And they had like a triple threat or something. Was that the same night? They had a triple threat, and then the winner wrestled Cena.
I think it was Rusev, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Rusev won that one.
Yeah, you're right.
Which Cena won,
but
of
I
course.
do remember Cesaro trying to answer it on multiple occasions.
Yes. Now, see, I don't know which one they're referring to necessarily. Is that the one from Chicago? Because I think that was probably the best. I remember that one the most. That's the first one that comes to mind.
That was the good one. I think that's the one that ended the show.
I think that, yeah. I think so, yeah. But at the same time, the John Cena versus Sami Zayn one was a bigger moment. Like, the crowd reaction for Sami Zayn and for Bret Hart was insane. Like, the Montreal crowd loved it. They ate up every second of it. And I don't think they were expecting Sami Zayn either. They were chanting for him the entire night before that. I think they were just kind of doing that to say, we want him, but we're not really sure if we're going to get him. And the fact that they did get him, the fact that Vince finally came through with something and did something right on Monday Night Raw was just an incredible moment. And then John Cena versus Cesaro, I think, was a great match. But in that match, I was semi-expecting Cesaro to have a chance at winning. So I was, like, slightly let down when he didn't. Therefore, and I didn't think Sami Zayn was going to win at all. I just thought, like, hey, great moment. Kind of like when Kurt Angle fought John Cena in his opening match.
I was just about to say that.
Great moment, but he didn't win. I feel like, personally, John Cena versus Sami Zayn edges that out in the bigger match, the bigger moment. Alright, next category. Okay, now we're getting into the ones that do not have nominees yet. So we're going to start with the OMG Shocking Moment of the Year award. Do any of you even have an idea of what you'd put on this list?
Salida del Sol. If we're talking like the OMG moments in the match, it's the Salida del Sol through the ladder, and that's it for me.
Yeah, that would win if it's an option.
I mean, I know that might just be because it's recent and everything, but that's me.
Another like big one would probably be when The Undertaker came out at Battleground, I believe it was.
Oh yeah.
That was a big one. I'm trying to think of some others.
Kevin Owens coming out and powerbombing Cena.
Oh yeah, that was probably one. That was probably one.
Or Kevin Owens beating him at Money in the Bank on his first ever like main roster match.
That could also be one. They have options in that entire Cena versus Kevin Owens thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know. Who would you give that to?
Oh, what about Luke Harper powerbombing Dean Ambrose through the ladder at WrestleMania?
Oh, that was a good moment too. But I don't think he was better than the Salida del Sol.
No, definitely.
All right, so I'm probably going to give it. Out of those, maybe the Salida del Sol. But I think the Undertaker Brock Lesnar thing could also edge it out, just because it was probably a larger moment that led to bigger things.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for that one. Next is Extreme Moment of the Year. I mean that one. Come on, yeah.
More than
you have to do the Salida del Sol for that one. That was probably the best Extreme Moment. Like I can't even think of another one that comes close to that. After that, the This Is Awesome Moment of the Year. It wouldn't surprise me if they gave it to a John Cena versus Kevin Owens match. Because I'm pretty sure all three of them, or four of them, whatever it was, they got This Is Awesome chance. What else was there that was awesome?
Bryan winning the title at WrestleMania. Or the Intercontinental title.
Oh yeah, it could be that. It could.
Because that was a good match overall.
They could also do Roman Reigns versus Sheamus from Raw this past Monday.
Nah.
I mean, that was technically the culmination of a lot of months. But I don't know. Yeah, like Eli said, the whole factor of it sort of being recent might just be messing with my brain right now.
Yeah.
Next is Breakout Star of the Year. I think this one's pretty awesome. KO, yeah.
Kevin Owens, without a doubt.
Yeah, like who comes close? Who would the other nominees be? Braun Strowman, Neville.
I mean, if we look NXT, I mean, Finn would obviously be in consideration, but I don't think they count NXT guys. No.
Plus, is Finn really a breakout star? Like, I mean, has he really done anything to wow us? Like, he's just basically like who he was on the independent scene at this point. Kalisto, Lucha Dragons, maybe. Sasha Banks, Charlotte. You have those.
I could see Sasha.
I think Sasha would be
Especially
up there.
if they leave it up to a fan vote, which they will.
Yeah.
It'll be. I think I could see Sasha big time.
Alright, now we're going into probably the top 3 categories. It will be, first is WWE Diva of the Year. Who would that be? I mean, Nikki Bella.
Nikki.
Like
Fan
I think it
vote.
would be Nikki.
If it's fan vote, it's gonna be Sasha. But again,
But
I
Nikki
don't
also
know
has
why.
a big fan
But
base.
that is true. But I think it should go to Nikki 100%. She held the title for the majority of the year. She broke the AJ Lee record. It should be her, even though I'm not the biggest Nikki fan. She deserves it.
Yeah, I agreed. I'm not a big fan of Nikki either. Sasha's probably my favorite right now. But what has she really done this year to prove? Paige is a good. You could throw Paige in there, but what has she really done this year?
Because she hasn't won the title, and
she's got like a million title shots though.
I mean, yeah, Paige has had a decent year, but it hasn't been like a big Diva of the year.
Right.
All right, now let's go with match of the year. 2 instantly come to mind.
The one that comes right off the top of my head would be the triple threat at the Rumble.
Yeah, that's one.
Definitely. Or Taker versus Lesnar at Hell in a Cell.
That
was a good match.
Or Roman versus Bray. They could put Roman
definitely.
versus Bray at Hell in a Cell in there. The other one that came to my mind was NXT Brooklyn, Sasha Banks versus Bayley.
And the Iron Man match.
That's even if they throw the NXT in there.
I think they did. I think they do. I want to say they did. Like, I saw a list earlier this year that they posted with like their quote-unquote top matches of the year so far, and I believe Bayley and Sasha were like number 2 or number 4. One of those numbers. I don't know. What other great matches were there? I wouldn't put Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens anywhere near there. As great as people say those matches were, I did not think either of them were good at all, in my humble opinion. I mean, I guess you gotta give it to. Oh, well, now who are you gonna give it?
Triple threat.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite. That was Seth's breakout match.
Right. I'm going to peep a list real quick.
Alright. While he's doing that, let's move on to the next category, which is the final category, Superstar of the Year.
Is that a question?
I think this one's pretty obvious as well. But
Seth Rollins' chest beat.
Seth Rollins. Alright, but who else could be up there? Let's not just obviously Seth Rollins is our number 1. But who else could be up there? Roman Reigns.
Owens, possibly.
Owens, Dean Ambrose.
Cena,
John Cena, of course.
I think, yeah.
Brock Lesnar. Undertaker.
I don't think, he's a part-timer.
Well, you see, this category is every member of the roster is eligible. So actually, let's look at it like, who would the fans vote for? Now, if you're looking at fan vote, it could honestly be Ambrose or Roman.
Roman, yeah.
But I think, like, if we're just going, like, logic-wise, like, if everybody's just going to think logically, like, who had the best year, who held the championship for the majority of the year, you're going to give it to Seth Rollins.
Oh, obviously. I just think it's hands down Seth. And I think it'd be an awesome moment to have him there at the Slammys, and his music hits one more time for however many months it's gonna be, and he hobbles himself out there. He gives a little tweener speech, and then hobbles himself back out.
No, I mean, do they even bother bringing Seth? See, I feel like it'd be Roman, to be honest. Like, I feel like they wouldn't.
I really hope it's not, because
like,
I don't even know if he deserved it last year.
Oh, he won it last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roman won it last year.
Well, this was like his bigger year than last year, so if he won it last year, he should definitely win it this year.
Yeah, like he won the Royal
should
Rumble.
Who should have won it last year? Daniel Bryan, right?
He only wrestled for
he was
what 6 months out of the year. He wrestled for 6 months out of the year. I mean, he had a great year.
Yeah, I mean, but did Roman even have like a good year at all that year? Last year?
I mean, no, actually.
Like, what did he do last year?
He set the record for Rumble eliminations.
Yeah, it's like it.
And
he didn't do anything with the.
And he started his Big Show feud, which lasted far too long. So
yeah.
I mean,
did he have a feud with the Big Show?
Yeah, it was like I'm pretty sure it was at TLC. He had a match.
I don't even remember
when he came back from his hernia. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, okay, I remember that now. And didn't he like come out during like the Seth Rollins John Cena match?
Might have.
All right. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Our personal opinion, Seth Rollins.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The world's opinion, probably Roman.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound biased.
But here I got a couple.
Oh, you got a couple? Okay. Let's hear them before we get off.
Yeah, okay, we got the Rumble triple threat. We got Cena versus Rusev at Fastlane.
Oh, what? Good. What? Oh, okay, that was pretty good. Was that the was there a stipulation for that match?
No, that match was at Extreme Rules.
Oh no.
What was like the last man standing?
Yeah, was that Extreme Rules?
I think
that was Payback. It was I Quit. The I Quit.
Wait, so you're telling me that? Oh, it was I Quit. Okay.
Yeah.
They had a long feud.
Because Lana quit for him.
Yeah. Okay.
They did.
All right.
And
what
then
other matches?
WrestleMania we have Lesnar versus Reigns.
No.
The Fatal 4-Way. Wait, no.
Which Fatal 4-Way?
Nope, never mind.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the Fatal 4-Way at Payback's on here.
Oh, that was a solid match, but
wait,
it wasn't
who was in that
year.
one?
It was Roman, Randy, Seth, and Dean, correct?
Oh yeah.
Roman. Bad match in all honesty.
Yeah.
They have Cesaro versus New Day at Extreme Rules.
What?
Don't even remember that match.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. Is that when the New Day won the belts?
No, because they won them in the. Didn't they win them in the? No, you're right. Yeah, they did. Payback. I don't remember. But the tag team chamber match. Cena versus Owens at Chamber.
Oh, okay. Cena versus Owens. You could give a Cena versus Owens one up there. Which one though? At Chamber or Money in the Bank?
At Chamber.
Oh wait, you just said the Money in the Bank match was a match of the year?
Yeah, like the contract match. Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb. That was not a match of the year.
Not at all. Seth versus Dean in the ladder match. That was a good.
Oh yeah, that was solid. I feel like it was drawn out, but it was good.
Battleground Charlotte versus Brie versus Sasha.
Battleground. No. Get that out of here.
Cena versus Owens for the U.S. title when Owens tapped.
Oh, great.
SummerSlam Taker versus Brock.
SummerSlam?
None of these matches. None of these matches are. Yeah, Seth Rollins versus Sting, which ended in a shitty. Was that the shitty roll-up? Yeah, that was the shitty roll-up.
That wasn't good either.
And then Taker versus Brock. The only match I could just think would win would be the triple threat.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to give it to the triple threat match because I doubt that enough people are gonna say it's Bayley and Sasha. I mean, will they even put Bayley and Sasha up for the prize? Up for the Slammy? I don't even know. Alright, well, I feel like that is the conclusion to our video. I'd like to thank everyone who watched, though very few. This is our first night. Not expecting a lot. So
We
very
got a
much,
big critic already.
very much thank you. You know what? It's okay.
And I'd also like to thank the haters out there. You know who you are.
Well, see, I mean, if you read our thing, it says opinionated. So this is an opinionated podcast.
We are allowed to be biased.
We are allowed to be as biased as we want. You know what? Go New Day. Go Seth Rollins. Go away. Have a good night, everyone.